James Martell here. Webmasterradio.fm has something that every affiliate marketer should be buzzing about. Introducing the Webmasterradio.fm mobile app, now available in the iTunes Store or on Google Play. Listen to our live stream at your leisure and download episodes of the Affiliate Buzz, plus sample episodes of great affiliate marketing shows like Affiliate Marketing Today and Affiliate Marketing Insider. For affiliate marketing news and information you can use right on your smartphone, download the Webmasterradio.fm mobile app for iTunes and Google Play now.
Webmasterradio.fm proudly presents the longest-running program on affiliate marketing. Welcome to Affiliate Buzz. Our hosts, James and Arlene Martell, are here to inspire, inform, and motivate you with expert insight, interviews, and information that will increase your bottom line. Advance your affiliate marketing efforts every week on Affiliate Buzz. Now, please welcome James and Arlene.
Hi, it's James Martell here, and welcome to another edition of the Affiliate Buzz. It's great to have you with us. Arlene is away today, but I do have a very special guest on the line for you. Todd Cochrane, CEO of Raw Voice, who represents some 17,000 media creators and podcast networks. And today we're going to talk about the lucrative opportunities we have as affiliate marketers to offer tools and services to eager podcasting newcomers. In the last episode, we talked about the incredible growth of podcasting, including Apple's recent announcement of signing their 1 billionth podcasting subscriber. We talked about articles in USA Today, Forbes, and Bloomberg Businessweek, who are talking about the trend of corporations and savvy marketers creating their own podcasts to better engage their markets and audiences. So today we're going to shift gears a little bit. We're going to talk about, now that we recognize podcasting has exploded onto the scene, how it presents a unique revenue opportunity to us as affiliates, which leads to an opportunity for us to track down all of the tools and services that are available to these podcasting newcomers to help them better understand what they need to produce a successful show. And this is where our guest comes in. Todd Cochrane has been executive producer of Geekcast. Todd Cochrane has been executive producer of Geek News Central, an audio and video tech show, the past 9 years. He's also the co-host of the New Media Show and is the founder of the People's Choice Podcast Awards and the Tech Podcast Network. In 2005, Cochrane wrote Podcasting, the Do-It-Yourself Guide, the first book on podcasting. Cochrane is the CEO of Raw Voice, representing those 17,000 media creators and podcasting networks. Raw Voice provides data analytics, media hosting, and advertising opportunities. Cochrane lives in Honolulu, Hawaii, and is married to Shoko, and they have 4 children. Todd, welcome to the Affiliate Buzz.
Well, thanks for having me, and that was quite the mouthful, wasn't it?
That sounds like you have quite a background in this what seems to be an emerging industry, but you've been watching this percolate along for many, many years. And what I'd like to do to have you kick us off, if you wouldn't mind, is share your story of how you got started with the podcasting world and what you've seen along the way.
Yeah, it's a pretty great story. In 2004, early 2004, I was still active duty military, and I had gotten hurt pretty bad overseas and had spent some time in the hospital. And when I came back to the United States for recovery, they had me flying a desk, and they sent me to Waco, Texas to babysit aircraft. And I was wearing a body cast and basically was bored out of my gourd sitting in my hotel room, and I learned about this new media space called podcasting. And I was already a blogger, not a great blogger by any means, had a pretty small audience of readers, maybe 300-400 people that were reading the blog on a daily basis, and decided to try my hand at podcasting. And I started off with a LabTech headset from Walmart and recorded my first show, and by about show 10, the audience had exploded, and very shortly thereafter, we within a year, we surpassed 100,000 people listening to the show. And what ended up really surprising me was that this average blogger could all of a sudden reach well over 100,000 people on a tech show just talking about tech. And one thing that I vowed to my wife from the very beginning was I told her that I'll give this thing 2 years to make money, and if it doesn't make money in 2 years, well, I basically hang my hat up. And what happened mid-2005, after my book was published, I got contacted by GoDaddy, and they said, hey, we're looking to sponsor your show. They did. A few months later, they came back and said, we want more people to be advertising in. Can you help us out? And from there, a business was born, and started Raw Voice that year and had a team. And really, ever since then, we've been working with podcasters, helping them, as you said in my bio, helping them with hosting, media statistics, advertising deals, and really just about everything podcasting. And so I've been in this thing from the very early days. I think my personal show was like one of the first 50 or 100 or somewhere in there. Early October 2004 was when I got started. So for me, it's been a crazy ride, and with a full-time team that's working with content creators, we've been in this space from the beginning.
Whereabouts is Raw Voice based?
Well, Raw Voice, when I started the company, I basically, on my tech show, I said, I need a programmer, I need a graphics designer, I need a business developer, and I need a lawyer. And 9 people showed up for our first GoToMeeting meeting that we had, and I told them how much they were going to need to invest, and 4 of them hung up the phone, or actually 5 hung up the phone, and the 4 that remained, we became business partners. So my programming team today is in Columbus. I have a rep in New York City. Lawyer and tech support is in Michigan. Graphics guy is also in Ohio. So yeah, and I've got some people in Colorado. So we're really, truly a virtual company. I do have office space in Columbus, Ohio, but that is everyone else is virtual. It's fantastic.
I kicked off our podcast just right around the same time. Sounds like you discovered the industry. We were actually recorded, and I see you are in Honolulu, and we actually recorded the first edition of the Affiliate Buzz in a hotel room in Lahaina on Maui back in December of 2003. So, which is always kind of anytime I think of the early days of podcasting, I always remember that, and I love the islands. Absolutely, my favorite place on the planet. What's it like to wake up in Honolulu every day?
Well, I have to wake up early because I'm doing business with folks on the East Coast. So it's fabulous to wake up in Hawaii every morning. When I retired from the military, my wife said we're going to stay. I'd been dragging her all around the planet for 25 years, so I said, yes, dear, we're going to stay, and that's where we hung up our hat, and we absolutely love it. We've been there almost 20 years now.
So you recall when you first got started, there was not much in the way of tools and services for podcasters. And you recall there's probably, I don't even know if MP3s, I think they just came on the scene. What was that, 2004? And prior to that, it was...
Yeah, pretty much everyone was producing in MP3s from the beginning. But yeah, there was no tools, no plugins, it was really the wild, wild west at the very beginning.
And which leads me to my question. I remember when we got started, we were developing a low-band version, a high-band version, a downloadable version, and there was really nothing. It was really cumbersome and complicated to even record over the phone. And then all of a sudden, things started to progress, and WordPress came along, and there was a plugin that I was using just pre-Blueberry. And they all of a sudden stopped supporting that plugin. I was like, oh, good, here we go. Now what are we going to do? And then all of a sudden, you guys burst onto the scene. Tell us a little bit about the WordPress plugin that you created and the story behind that.
Yeah, the plugin that you were using before was PodPress, and it was pretty much everyone was using it. And when the developer quit developing on it, I told my programming team, I said, hey, we need... This is going to get ugly real quick. As soon as we have a couple of versions of WordPress come out, this thing could be obsolete. So we built a new plugin called PowerPress, and it is, I would consider it now the eminent podcasting plugin in the space for WordPress users. It essentially what it does is allows a WordPress user to install the plugin and basically put all the metadata in it, show name, description, information about the show, categories, and so forth, and basically get a feed, being an RSS feed, that is specifically ready for podcasting and something that can be submitted to iTunes and Stitcher and all the variety of services that syndicate podcast content. It's pretty powerful, does audio and video, fully HTML5 compatible, and we continue to release new versions of it every or updated versions every 4 to 6 weeks, and adding features.
It's been just a treat for me to work with it. I'm amazed that, like I always am with most WordPress plugins, even the premium ones, such as the Blueberry plugin, how nice it is to use, how simple it is to use. Of course, we publish our podcasts and many for clients of ours, and I've been recommending it to anybody who mentions they're thinking of doing a podcasting ever since we discovered it. So it's one of those amazing free WordPress tools that I could highly recommend to anybody considering doing a podcast. Now, let's do this if we could. We're coming up against the break, Todd. When we get back, let's start talking a little bit about your affiliate program and some of the opportunities that are available for affiliates to earn revenue, offering up services to this coming wave of podcasters. We'll do that right after the break.
More Affiliate Buzz coming up after we hear from our sponsors.
Hey, this is Danny Sullivan to talk to you about Bruce Clay Incorporated. They've made Inc. Magazine's list of growing private businesses and have exhibited and sponsored at my conferences since the very beginning. You've seen their search engine relationship chart, or you've read their SEO code of ethics, so you know they're SEO experts. But did you know they can help you with PPC, web analytics, web design, marketing strategy, promotion, and branding? Yep, get everything you need for success in the online marketplace. You can check it out from the professionals at Bruce Clay Incorporated. For over 10 years with offices worldwide, they've got the answers you need. Check them out today at bruceclay.com.
Looking for a white label SEO and social platform for your clients? Think
eBrands.
Free and unlimited SEO audit reports.
eBrands.
Premium Facebook apps and welcome page creators.
eBrands.
Twitter management app, analytics, and mobile site generators.
eBrands.
Let eBrands manage your search and social media campaigns and give you and your clients access to their white label dashboard, which have great reports that will wow your clients and deliver great ROI and results. Try eBrands for 30 days. Go to eBrandsWithAZ.com or call 1-866-625-5717. That's eBrands with a Z for
eBrands. The Web Marketing Association is now accepting entries for the 18th Annual International Web Award Competition. Web Marketing Award winners receive an image plaque, certificate of achievement, higher visibility for your company, valuable feedback from our expert judges, and links to your site from the highly ranked Web Award site. Visit www.webaward.org to nominate your company, site, or organization. The call for entries has begun, and the deadline to enter is May 30th, 2014. Go to www.webaward.org and sign up today.
Affiliate Marketing Today. Since 2004, the best source for affiliate marketing news, views, and education. Your source for getting the most out of your affiliate marketing strategies. Affiliate Marketing Today. On demand anytime. Inside the Affiliate Marketing Channel. Only on webmasterradio.fm.
Time now to hear some more Affiliate Buzz on webmasterradio.fm. Here's James and Arlene.
Yes, Arlene is away today, but I'm here with Todd Cochrane, CEO of Raw Voice, and we're talking about podcasting tools and services. Now, Todd, before we get into talking about your affiliate program, some of the income opportunities that are available, would you just give listeners a rundown of the basic tools and services that a podcaster would need to be successful?
I'm the true believer of owning your brand. So the very most important thing a podcaster or a beginner podcaster needs is their own .com. They need their own website. They need their own place to call home with their own brand. And that make it real easy to actually podcast, it should be powered by WordPress. So a basic hosting site from almost any hosting provider with a .com and a WordPress install really gets you about 50% of the way there. Obviously, we'd like to encourage folks to use the PowerPress plugin. There are a couple alternatives out there, but I'm pretty biased in saying that the PowerPress plugin is the best. Once that's installed and set up and you basically have your site branded and everything ready to go, besides recording the podcast, in which, believe it or not, some people think is the hardest part of doing a show, if you can get the audio recording done, you're going to need a place to host that media. We don't recommend folks host the media on their own website if they're using a shared hosting account. If you all of a sudden become very popular, you could become very unpopular with your hosting company and even potentially have your hosting account shut down for too much resource utilization. So we would encourage you to seek out a hosting provider. We do provide hosting services over at blueberry.com, BLUBRRY.com, along with a full podcast manual to teach you how to podcast. And if you decide to use our hosting services, that comes with a free premium statistics account. And I think the thing I like to tell would-be podcasters is that our podcasting method is very, very simple. You record your podcast on the recording software that you're going to use. You log into your blog, write your blog post, upload your media right from within the WordPress posting area, and then essentially hit publish. It's what I refer to as a 3-step publishing process, and we try to make it simple because as a content creator, I don't want folks focusing on, oh my God, I got to do 10 steps to get my show published. We want them to go in and focus on creating the content and then being real easy to get the contest up on the air and available for listening on a website or listening via iTunes. So really the services we provide is integrated with PowerPress, our hosting, and our stats. But really for a podcaster, a would-be podcaster, the most important thing I think is to start off with their own website.
One of the things I love about the Blueberry plugin as well is how easy it is to integrate your podcast with iTunes. Could you talk a little bit about how that works?
Yeah, once you've recorded your first episode and have published it on your blog, we create what's called a podcast-ready feed. It's highlighted within the actual plugin itself. So it says this is the URL that you will submit to iTunes. And it's no more simple than going into the iTunes software, going to the podcast section of iTunes, and you're going to find a link in there that says submit a show. And you just click on that particular button within iTunes. You paste in the URL that we've provided for you, and you hit submit. And once that's done, iTunes will start indexing. Well, what they'll do is they'll review your show, and then they'll send you a confirmation email with your link to your place in their directory. So really what we do is we provide the link that you provide to iTunes to get your show in the directory and all the other sites like Stitcher and all the other folks that where you can distribute your podcast.
This is a good example, just some of the tools and services that newbie podcasters will need to successfully launch their program. If you could, let's talk about your affiliate program now. I see Raw Voices recently launched it. I read the press release. I believe I saw it in the back end of WordPress. What are the talk about your affiliate program, if you will, and share some of the goals you have for it.
Well, I've been involved in a lot of affiliate programs like many of your listeners have, and oftentimes I feel that the affiliate is really kind of an afterthought for the companies. That you sign up, you promote their product, if you sell some, you get a check, and that's it. You have no more relationship with that particular customer. So when I set up our affiliate program, I wanted it designed so that the affiliate would have a long-term relationship with us and the company, Raw Voice /Blueberry, and the person that basically signed up for the account. So we put in some incentives. You're going to get a reward. And the way we set up our reward is if a person comes in and signs up for an $80 account with us, you're going to get an $80 reward. Then that total, that $80 per month, we're going to track each and every customer that you bring to us. And then based upon your total volume at the end of the year, you're actually going to get a bonus check for longevity. So if you bring me, let's say, 20 customers, and those customers generate me a grand total of, let's say, $5,000 in revenue a year. So long as they are a customer of ours, we're going to send you a check every year as a bonus for basically the longevity of that account. Now, what the goal is, obviously, is we want you to have a vested interest in making sure that new customer maybe gets a little extra help. Maybe you can, they'll say to you, hey, I signed up for the Blueberry podcast hosting, and that gives you a vested interest in maybe if they need a little help, a little tutoring. It really is what we feel is going to be a long-term relationship that you're going to, number one, you're going to want that customer to be on the account for a long time because that's going to pay you for a long time. And so we feel that's a good relationship. And I made a lot of money on a sales program back in the early, it was probably been in the early 90s, where I did the work once, but yet I got paid every year annually a nice fat bonus check for about 10 years for doing the work once. And that's my goal, and that's I think it's going to be a differentiating factor in our affiliate program that you probably have not seen before. If you have, great, but I'll be telling you, I've never seen an affiliate program that gives a longevity payment over time based on the lifetime of an account.
No, I can't say that I have. There are recurring programs out there, such as AWeber and GetResponse. They pay a monthly recurring commission for the lifetime of the customer. But this sounds very interesting with a bonus program. I haven't actually heard of it being structured that way, and that's very generous and I think very, very wise to keep the affiliates in the loop. Let's do this. I want to talk to you about, and I can see we're coming up against another break here, but what I want to talk to you about is what affiliates need to know about the customers. Of course, the customer would be the podcaster, somebody coming to the podcasting world for the first time, and what they need to know. Affiliates are great content creators. You talked about them helping people understand, what they need to know to succeed to become a podcaster. And there's a myriad of things that they could talk about. In fact, I would think many affiliates have sites where they could dedicate an entire section of their website to talking about this. Somebody has a telecommunications-based site or a marketing-based site. Anything where you're talking to an audience who are interested in this type of product would be dynamite. But let's do this. Let's take a break, and after the break, let's talk about the things that an affiliate could talk about in their blog, or if they have a podcast, in their podcast to help other podcasters. We'll do that right after the break.
More Affiliate Buzz coming up after we hear from our sponsors.
There are many things we would love to catch. Catching the final out of a baseball game.
And that's the ball game.
Reeling that big catch of the day. Or catching a ride home.
Taxi!
How about catching more attention like the biggest retail brands on earth? Introducing Catchy.com, where they sell short-branded attractive.com domain names. Use a short and catchy brand, just like Sony, Visa, and Nike for your next business venture. You can even rent to own for as low as $100 a month. Catch a big break for your business with Catchy.com.
Building better search engine rankings takes the right formula. Tracking those rankings is super simple. All you need is authoritylabs.com. Authority Labs uses automated daily rank tracking tools to monitor your site's performance, or leverage their API to build your own tools. No matter what animal-labeled algorithms affect your ranking, you should be using Authority Labs. Unlimited users for no additional cost and white labeling can help keep your clients updated and save countless hours of creating reports. Whether you're running sites with just a few or millions of keywords, what you need is authoritylabs.com.
You're already done for the day?
Yeah, because I use certifiedknowledge.org. Their PPC tools literally save me hours every day.
How do you keep on top of all of Google's new features?
Easy. With Certified Knowledge, their interactive learning modules keep me up to date. And if there's something I don't know, I can watch their video lessons without having to hunt around the Google help files.
Great. I'm ready to expand my knowledge.
Hi, I'm Brad Geddes. I'm the only leader officially supported by Google to teach the advanced track of the AdWords Seminars for Success. I personally recommend CertifiedKnowledge.org as your one-stop shop for all your PPC needs.
Learn, optimize, connect. Be smart. Go to CertifiedKnowledge.org now. Best search strategies. where our hosts, Jamie Smith and Brian Lewis, discuss state-of-the-art search strategies and tools to help search marketers increase conversion and lower costs.
Best search strategies. On demand anytime inside the Search Engine Optimization channel. Only on webmasterradio.fm.
Time now to hear some more affiliate buzz on webmasterradio.fm. Here's James and Arlene.
Yes, Arlene is away today, but I'm here with Todd Cochrane, CEO of Raw Voice, and we're talking about podcasting, and specifically about content at this point, Todd. Let's talk to affiliates who are looking for a program to represent. I know many affiliates are always looking for lucrative opportunities or looking for affiliate programs that have responsive people on the other end of them. When they join the program, they're not left to their own devices and unable to find the affiliate manager, and they're just looking for a little bit of support. And one of the areas affiliates can be really well supported by a company such as yours is by giving them ideas on the types of topics that they could be covering for your customers. And in this particular case, this would be podcasters. So if you would talk to the affiliates about the type of content and the training and tutorials and the little tips that they could be offering up to newbie podcasters.
Well, besides the materials, the sales materials that we provide to approved affiliates, we provide talking points. We share statistics. We basically share them a good sales package that they can use when they're discussing our offering. But what we often are finding is that many of the folks that are selling are becoming affiliates of our program are also themselves podcasters. So as an affiliate, depending on what you're doing and what type of content you're creating, I would say the best thing you could do yourself is to learn the process yourself by becoming a podcaster. And not only can you then leverage the content that you're maybe writing, but you can leverage that with some sort of spoken content. And within that, you're going to learn the process of how to podcast, and you can share that with your audience. So I can look at this as several of the guys have already and gals have put together a package where they're saying, hey, I'm going to be talking about podcasting, how to podcast, what I've learned, what I've found out works and what doesn't. I'm going to tell you, hey, maybe, and this is where you can tie the whole affiliate thing in tight. You get an affiliate account with, let's say, GoDaddy. So not only are you going to be selling the GoDaddy hosting account, but you sell the Blueberry podcast hosting and statistics, and you just tie that in. You can almost have 2 or 3 affiliate deals bundled into your commentary. But I think it's in order to talk to those folks and train people how to actually do podcasting and to enhance the content that they're trying to promote, just do one yourself. I think I talked myself into a circle there, but what we find is the folks that are doing shows are probably our most successful affiliates so far. Now, we've only been off the ground now 5 or 6 weeks, I think, with our affiliate program. The response so far has been pretty incredible. We are surprised at the type of numbers that we're seeing come in, which is good not only for the affiliates, but it's good for us in generating new revenue and gaining more business. Mm-hmm. But we have on our site an entire podcasting manual that is people can pull from that manual resources, and they can take what we have and mold it and meld it to their needs and share that with the folks that they're trying to reach in order to motivate them to buy a product. But I think the best thing any affiliate could do is, number one, depending on what you're covering on your site, is to be a podcaster. I see a lot of folks that are, maybe let's say your topic is scuba diving, and you're doing a lot of promotion for folks that are doing scuba products, and you have a lot of affiliate relationships with those types of vendors. What you can then tie in is, okay, so you've got that as a promotion, but let's now start doing some media to go along with it, to demo products and so forth. And I think what it will ultimately do is it'll give other people the idea this is the way to market. And you can be a soft market salesperson and not have to go after a hard sale. And when you're being genuine about the products you review and promoting stuff, you're going to sell a lot more stuff on an affiliate basis than you would if you just recommend something in a blog